Hey, it's Friday, so we get to hear from Shane Steichen about all the injuries, about preparedness for the game against the Vikings, about Anthony Richardson. One of the things he answers a question about is Anthony Richardson being a really, really good athlete and being a guy maybe they run some wildcat with. Maybe there's a package where Anthony can do what he does really, really well, differently from Flacco, and you've got that up, maybe, for this game against the Vikings or down the road. Maybe that kind of thing happens. That's sort of interesting.
All right, I'll start. The only guy we're rolling out for the game right now is Bernie. Right where you guys are.
Shane, when you said earlier in the week evaluating everything,
Yeah.
the fallout of that, was that just the quarterback benching, or?
I think every week we're evaluating everything after games. I mean, it's everything. It's roster. It's everything we go through. We're constantly evaluating everything we do.
Shane, do you think you as the head coach and the play caller put Anthony in gave him the opportunity to succeed in every way possible?
Yeah, I think I've said this before. I mean, obviously, it starts with myself. You know what I mean? Doing better. Everyone's got to do better, and I'll consistently say that.
Shane, Anthony said he's not completely clear on why he was benched. I don't know if he just didn't want to say it or what, but are you confident that he understands what this is about?
Yeah, we had a really good conversation. Me and Chris sat down with him for a while, about half hour, 40 minutes, but I'll keep that private.
How'd the week go? Just the dynamics of the roles
Yeah.
changing, how the guys are acting.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the guys did a hell of a job. I thought practice was clean. Guys had good energy, so I thought it went, pretty good.
You guys are obviously making a push for the playoffs. The deadline's coming up. Do you see that as a place you guys might?
Yeah, I'll defer to Ballard on all that stuff with the trade deadline coming up. But obviously, yeah, I want to make a push here, second half of the season with 9 left. Absolutely.
Shane, whenever you make a change at quarterback, something's not going right. But when you have a Flacco, does he give you some calming moving forward because of the experience, and you sort of know what to expect from him?
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. He's got a lot of experience, played a lot of football, done it at a very high level. So it gives you confidence with a guy like that, having him on your roster.
Shane, any truth that Anthony wasn't in the building enough, showing up late to meetings? Any truth to that stuff?
I have not heard that.
So we do hear all the time that adversity is a big teacher. I know that's obviously what Anthony's going to go through here. This is kind of a new thing for you too as a head coach, though. So, what kind of things did you learn about this job and your role just this week?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that comes, with this role, and there's going to be ups and downs through it, and you battle through it, and you have great growth. At the end of the day, you learn from things that come up throughout seasons. Obviously, it's not everything's going to be perfect. It's a long NFL season, and you battle through those things, and you keep going and keep fighting forward.
Lately, what have you seen pass catching wise? Do you feel like your guys are creating enough separation with that part of the game, not quarterback wise?
Yeah, I mean, I really like our group. I really do. I think Down's been doing a hell of a job. Pittman's obviously a really good player for us. I think Alec's been doing a hell of a job, down the field, doing different things. And I think AD's creating separation as well. So really like it.
How's Pittman doing? Because, I mean, he clearly isn't himself.
Yeah.
How do you judge that? And
You know what? Like I've said before, one of the toughest guys I've ever been around. And he keeps battling, and obviously, throughout the week, we have a plan for him throughout the week to get into Sundays. But just the ultimate competitor. But he ain't gonna let up. That's just the type of player he is.
What stands out about Minnesota defensively?
Multiple with their schemes. I think Flores does a phenomenal job putting those guys in position. They give you multiple looks, whether it's with their front or their structure or their blitz packages. You go back, when he was in New England and Miami, just all the different things they can do. It shows up. I think they're, a top defense in the league, one of the best right now. I think they're number 2 in takeaways. They're really good against the run. They're doing a hell of a job over there.
Will it be Matt at left tackle this weekend?
Yeah, we're working through that, but yeah, Matt, Freeland, yeah. See.
Shane, Buck was saying if you're not, trying to go to the Super Bowl every year, like why are you here? Do you think you have a team that can not only get to the playoffs but go on and run?
Yeah, I think if you get into playoffs, I think anyone has a chance once you get in.
And then just obviously AR has some capabilities when it comes to run, go on, and things like that. Is the intention for Joe Flacco to take every snap for the rest of the season, or do you have opportunities where you might look and say, got the 6'4", 250 pounds.
Yeah, that's a great question. I won't get into that, but he's very talented, yes.
So there you go. There's Shane Steichen talking about the team, talking about Anthony Richardson, talking about the possibility of a wildcat formation, talking about Bernhard Raimann being down. He was asked a question by Kevin Bowen that was a really interesting question about rumors that maybe Anthony Richardson hadn't been here enough, maybe he wasn't here on time for meetings, that kind of thing. And Shane Steichen's response was, I hadn't heard that. I don't understand that answer. Now, nobody's going to be perfect in an impromptu, hey, here's the media throwing questions at you, and I got to be perfect in my response. So I don't expect anybody to be perfect in their response. But that is a really imperfect response, because what it brings to mind, maybe the validity of those rumors, or the possibility that Steichen doesn't know where his quarterback is, or whether he is late or not. I don't understand that question. I think that kind of abdicates a level of responsibility on this team, as he is in a position to see who's here, who's not, get reports from assistant coaches about who's here, who's not. Of course he knows whether Anthony Richardson was here. It's absurd to think that he didn't. But it's absurd to answer that question in the way he did. That's ridiculous. And I should have followed up, and I should have said, what does that answer mean? Because that answer, if anything, means something that he doesn't want it to mean, or maybe it's possible that it does. I don't know, but I thought that it was a ridiculous answer in a moment where he could have brought clarity and said, no, Anthony's here all the time. Or, you know what, those I'm not going to speak to unsubstantiated reports or rumors. I'm just not talking about those, and that's my policy moving forward. Whatever you want to say, but you can't say, I haven't heard that. That's a bad answer.